Welcome to the AACS Daily News. Yesterday, many around the country and here in Attleboro took time to remember the contributions of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The MLK Memorial Committee of Greater Attleboro led a municipal ceremony in honor of Dr. King, in addition to an interfaith ceremony at St. Mary's Church in Norton. Here, educator, artist, and keynote speaker Joel Christian Gill speaks at the interfaith service.
I don't necessarily believe in the golden rule, because the golden rule lets you define how you treat other people based on how you want to be treated. What that does not tell you is what it's like for me to be a 6-foot-tall, bald-headed black man sitting in an elevator being afraid to make myself too unapproachable to the white people in the elevator. It doesn't tell you, the golden rule does not stipulate that you should think like a woman who gets up in the morning and decides that she's going to put on clothes and has to consider what it's going to be like, what people are going to say about her outfit. Because she can't just put on anything. She also cannot just smile at anybody, because that attracts unwanted attention. The golden rule does not dictate that we should think like a gay man and his partner who are afraid to hold hands when they walk down the street for fear of harassment. And so, instead of calling people racist, I've switched. I tell people that they lack empathy. And not the empathy of what it's like for me to be good to me, but what it's like for you to be you. Looking at people's situations and defining who they are. As the brother Ibram Kendi in his book, Stamped from the Beginning, A History of Racist Ideas in America, says is that there's nothing wrong with black people. It's not the way we educate ourselves. It's not the names we give ourselves. It's not the neighborhoods we live in. It's not the music or whether our pants are baggy. The only thing that's wrong with black people is that black people think that there's something wrong with them. And the only thing extraordinary about white people is that white people think they're extraordinary. We've lost our empathy and our ability to see what it's like to be other people. So, on this day, when we celebrate the loved Dr. King, let's not forget about that 53% of Americans disliked Dr. King at the time. And Dr. King was very militant. We often forget the militant Dr. King and the peaceful Malcolm. Because what they were fighting for was an equality that was different than just acceptance. It was an equality that meant that we were breaking down those barriers, those ideas that separate us, those things that those people put in place 500-600 years ago that said that black people were one thing and white people were another. The difference between black people and white people in genetic codes is a rounding error. It is very small. One of my good friends, who's white, if he and I were to go to Africa right now and go through a market, they would look at us and point and they would see two Americans. Not a black man and a white man. They would connect us because you know what? When we go to Africa, we're both looking for a Starbucks. We are all connected. We are way more connected than we are different. And the fact that we continue to look for these differences is what keeps us separate. America has a problem with racism like alcoholics have a problem with alcoholism. Unless we stand up and say we have a problem and accept those things, we're never going to fix them.
That's it for today's update. You can watch all of our content by visiting our website, AACS.com, by downloading the AACS mobile app, or if you have a Roku, you can search for the AACS Roku channel. For AACS News, I'm Austin Ricketts.